Rowdy Nation TV, welcome back to the channel. Just got back from a week's vacation and the internet is on fire. I know you guys have heard about FBG Duck. He was a Chicago drill rapper. Also, he was a GD gang member. He was killed last year. I did a video about it, right? Just got back. His mother, Lashina Weekly, did an interview with Tommy Sotomayor. I don't know if you guys know who Tommy Sotomayor is. To me, he's like a shock journalist. He's big time on YouTube. I used to listen to this guy, because some of the stuff I do agree with that Tommy Sotomayor says, but it's just the way that he delivers, how he delivers his message to people. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I think he has a problem with black women. I really do think that he has a problem with black women. Now, this interview that he did with Lashina Weekly, who is FBG Duck's mother, it happened like about a week ago. Like I said, I was out of town. I was, on vacation, a much needed vacation. And now I'm back. I'm back in the house and I'm trying to get busy again. Right. So when I get back, I see this interview that this brother had with FBG Duck's mother, Lashina Weekly. If you haven't heard her speak before, or if you haven't heard Tommy Sotomayor speak, we're going to get into it. I'm going to let you hear some of this interview. And like I say, I'm not here to judge, because honestly, I don't agree with some of the things that she says, and I don't agree with some of the things that Tommy Sotomayor says. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think he has a problem with black women. And by me saying that, let's just get into the interview. And after this interview, I want you guys to tell me what you guys think. Who was right? Who was wrong? Was Tommy wrong? Was she wrong? And, we'll talk about it. Leave a comment. But let's get into this interview, and let's see exactly what happened.
I asked the question, and I'm going to still ask the question. Why is it that if you've lost 5 children, why is it that you would be talking about just one? Justice for just one. I think these things are odd. I also think it's odd that you can watch this woman say, "Oh, I only text one of my son's ops." Ma'am, you shouldn't be talking to anybody that's your son's friends or your son's age. At any point in time, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can tell me if I'm lying or not. Yeah, I might as well take the wrench away because I don't know if it's the person or not. But there is no reason for any woman to be cavorting with her son's friend's age. And she surely shouldn't be having conversations with those sons, with the friends that sound like this. And I want y'all to hear this. Listen to this.
I don't get tired. I can fuck all day.
I know you can, and I can let you fuck on me all day. So that's what's gonna make it so good.
I forgot to say your name. I forgot to say Lashina.
Lashina.
I knew it. Lashina.
She didn't even, she's too slow to realize she.
No, I ain't gonna be talking.
I got some good pussy. I'm just whiny, right?
I ain't gonna be talking though.
She said, "I got some good pussy." Listen to this woman talking to one of the dudes who dislike her son.
Just whiny, right? I got some good pussy. I'm just whiny, right?
I ain't gonna be talking though. I'm just gonna be enjoying the music, the sound.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard you.
Did you hear what I said?
Okay, guys, you heard that part of the interview that Tommy Sotomayor had. I'm going to be honest with you. I never heard that. I never heard that on any of the other blogs. I actually went straight to his show, and I listened to the interview, and that came up. I didn't know he had that audio right there, right? Now, you got to put this all in perspective. This woman is talking to some guys the age of her son, and they're his ops, the opposition, his enemy, right? And she's talking about sleeping with this guy, right? Knowing that this guy wants to kill her son. She's already lost 5 kids. She lost 5 kids. One was burnt up in a house fire, right? But like I said, this is my first time hearing that, and it's really disturbing. You know what I mean? And I try to justify and defend this woman, not really defend her because I know that she has some problems. I haven't walked in her shoes, and I'm not really trying to judge her. But just listening to this conversation, yo, if that was your mom, you know, just I can imagine if that was mom, I'd be totally disgusted, right? You know, how can you? I mean, damn. You know, this is just crazy right here. You know what I'm saying? This woman is at least 15, 20 years older than the person that she's talking to. And just to put the cherry on top of this guy wants to kill her son, right? And she's talking about sleeping with him. You know what I'm saying? He could be trying to set her up. He could be trying to kill her just to get to him. This is wild, yo. This is really, really wild. But like I said, let's get back into this interview. And like I said, I'm not trying to judge her or Tommy, but listening to that puts more perspective on where Tommy's coming from. Like I said, I don't always agree with what Tommy Sotomayor has to say, but you know what I'm saying. In this case here, you know, let's just get back into the interview, and you guys tell me what you think.
The young ladies on the show, hello. Can you hear me?
Hello, how y'all doing?
We're doing well, ma'am. How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, you got to turn off the YouTube because we're hearing it back. If whoever got YouTube on in the background, they have to turn it off or either walk out the room because it's playing it back. Right there, they're playing it back, so you got to turn it off, or that person got to leave the room. They have to turn it off or either walk out the room because it's playing it back. Hello? Right there. They're playing it back, so you got to turn it off, or that person got to. Ma'am,
I'm here.
Can you stop it from playing back so I don't hear it?
I don't know what you mean. I'm on my laptop, so I don't know what you mean. Like, stop.
Okay. Do you have YouTube playing? Did you have YouTube playing first? If you do, go back to that YouTube on your laptop.
No, I didn't have just you on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pause the YouTube.
Okay, you got it now?
Yeah, I think we're fine now. All right, cool. Okay, so how did you find out about my show?
Somebody just sent me a link to it.
Okay. All right, well, what we were talking about, and I can...
First of all, let me introduce myself.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Sheena. For everybody that don't know, I'm Sheena. I'm Duck's mom. Mm-hmm. And I just heard what you said before. You were playing me talking to the boy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel I have to come on here and explain shit. If you didn't know, my husband is 32. Okay, mm-hmm. My husband is 32, and I met him was 30. He was 20, and I was 35. We've been together 12 years. Okay, so that time when I was talking to dude, it was the same year I lost Brit. Now, remind you, I done already gave it to God. I don't see why I got to keep explaining myself and why people are judging me. And I done gave the situation to God already. I admit my wrongs for talking to this damn boy. That's all I was, talking to him. Ain't nobody finna get up on your platform, nobody else's platform and try to judge me. Mm-hmm. Fathers, y'all study bringing up my kids passing away. That's God's work. That's God's work. God gives life and take it away. See, and you people, y'all get on these platforms and try to degrade people who are struggling because y'all don't know their life. Y'all don't know their story. Y'all just go off of what y'all see and hear on the internet. It's more to me than the internet. Call me, ask me. Don't get on no platform and fucking judge me because of what somebody else is saying. I understand y'all are internet journalists and y'all need to get y'all bag up or whatever the case may be. But y'all have to realize y'all also reckoning people's lives when y'all do that. I'm not a weak bitch. I'm not finna kill myself because of what somebody is saying to me. And that's cyberbullying. Y'all don't know how a person mad is. It's like that y'all want shit, not you per se. I'm talking about bloggers, period, that bring up people bad times and hardships, and they don't even know what they're talking about.
But I'm just curious. If you say this, a lot of the type of
And whoever Brad James is, tell him his mama should have swallowed him.
No. You got to try. See, you said I can talk to you.
And this is the shit I'm talking about.
Well, you have to understand.
I got a potty mouth. I got a potty mouth, and I got time today.
No, I feel you. But if you say you have a potty mouth, which I feel you.
Potty mouth. You just heard it. You just heard I was talking to dude.
Okay, people, what y'all think? She won't let the brother get a word in, right? Y'all heard her talk so far, right? Tell me what you think. Leave a comment in the section, in the comment section. But she won't let Tommy get a word in. You know what I'm saying? To have a civil conversation, I gotta talk. You gotta talk. You see what I'm saying? And I think right now, to me, all these other bloggers and a lot of people out there. And I'm not trying to defend Tommy, and no, by any means necessary. I'm not trying to defend this brother, but you see, he's starting the conversation out, the interview. He's letting her talk, right? He's not being disrespectful. Am I wrong? Has he been disrespectful yet so far in the interview? I don't think he has. Myself, he's letting her talk, and well, I think she's pissed off because she heard herself. She didn't hear nobody else. That was her on the phone talking to her son's ops. So I think that she's kind of upset right now that he put that out there. And I think that's where this energy is coming from, right? I think the energy that she has right now, because she's upset, it might be a little bit embarrassed that this got out there, that the public has listened to this interview of her talking to one of her son's ops, who is, way younger than her, right? And like I said before, the fact that you talking to somebody younger than you, men do it all the time. So that's not a problem. All I'm saying is the boy wants to kill your son. So why would you even be talking to this kid, right? Let's get back to it.
You heard it.
I feel
got a potty mouth. Okay. And I'm not ashamed of nothing I did in the past.
Okay.
Why are people starting bringing up my fucking past to try to validate their motherfucking self?
Well, first off, we in order for us to have a conversation, we have to both speak. And I'm trying to ask you some questions. I understand that somebody in the conversation, you said in the comment section, you said you have a potty mouth. But if they say something bad too, then doesn't that make you guys equal, that you both have a potty mouth? So why be offended at someone for?
It's just like this. A lot of shit you just look over. That shit roll out me out like water. But when somebody is trying to benefit off your hardships, God sees that. So y'all can front and stumble. If you believe in God and you fear in God, you will get disciplined. You will. Karma is a motherfucker. What you do to others will happen to you.
I'm curious though. You tend to bring up God a lot, but then you bring up
I'm very serious.
You have to let me finish. You bring up God a lot and you talk about spirituality and you also talk about karma, but you don't like it to be used towards you or someone to bring it up. And the things you say don't sound very spiritual. The way you cuss people out, the way you say somebody needed to be swallowed, that's not spiritual or godly.
Hell yeah, that's spiritual. That's coming from a spiritual insight. Leave me the fuck alone. That's spiritual. I mean that. You're not God. You can't judge me.
But you're judging them.
How I'm judging them?
You say that what they're doing. No, because you're saying that what they're doing. You're saying that what they're doing, God is going to pay them back for it.
No, I said period. That goes for anybody. Period, baby. It's not just exempt to one person. We all have to face what we dish out bogus to people. You know what I'm saying? So.
The Bible also gives us the spirit of discernment, and it allows, and God does, and it allows us to be able to see something. And if we see something that appears evil, then we should call it out, because there's no way to help your fellow man. No, well, you were saying that their words are just evil. Well, you were saying that their words were just evil, what people are saying, but their actions have not caused anybody to die.
No, it don't matter to me. Can't nobody who behind a fucking keyboard call me ugly. They ain't showing their motherfucking face. I can just imagine how the fuck they look behind the fucking keyboard.
No, I understand that, but here's the thing. You have a situation that's unique. If you are LeBron James' mom and something happens, they're going to look at you. So
LeBron James' mom wrong for dating one of his teammates.
Actually, yes. Actually, wait a minute. Actually, yes.
Let her live. How's it wrong? How's it wrong? What make it wrong? Because they play together?
Yes, that's disrespectful. Wait. Yes, ma'am. That's disrespectful to your son. Out of all the things I'm trying to explain it to you. I'm trying to.
Her son was okay with it.
No, he wasn't okay with it. Ma'am, stop.
I'm a professional.
Ma'am, please.
You raised me. Why she can't live her life?
Ma'am, why is it you won't let a person respond? You said how. I'm trying to tell you how.
Okay, tell me your opinion.
It's a fact. This man was upset. Her son.
Everybody don't feel how you feel. Motherfuckers won't.
I'm trying to tell you what happened in this situation, not you just talking. In this situation, LeBron James was upset, so upset that he had the boy traded, so upset that now the boy's been found homeless.
Okay, now you guys know I can't do the whole interview. Now, if you really want to watch the whole interview, you can go to Tommy Sotomayor versus Lashina Weekly, and I'm pretty sure it'll come up. But now you can see the shift. The shift is starting to change. The tide is starting to change. You can actually tell that Tommy is about to get upset. Now, you can tell that he's way intellectually, way smarter than her. He's actually a journalist. So he's been doing this for years, right? So he can, he knows how he can maintain himself. But she's going to say something that's going to piss him off, right? He's going to say something that's going to piss him off, and he's going to lose it. Because so far he's been respectful. And I think that he is that he's much smarter than that. To me personally, I know that he's smarter than that, and he didn't have to go there. So this is where I disagree with Tommy Sotomayor. This is where I think that if he would have just kept this interview at the same energy that he had so far that we've been listening to, I think everything would have been okay, right? Now, because you got to remember, this lady's grieving, right? She's lost 2 sons I know of, like in the last 3 years. She's lost 2 sons to the streets. Murder, right? I think even more. I think I know 1 was burnt up. I know 2 for sure were killed, by gang violence. I know that. And the other 2, I'm not sure of. So I'm not going to sit up here and speculate and lie about something that I don't know. But what I'm telling you right now is, I think that we still should have respect for this woman, right? Because everybody's not intellectually capable of having a conversation on the level of Tommy Sotomayor, right? And we don't know this woman's life story. We don't, even though we might not agree, and I might not agree with how she talks, how she represents herself, she still has lost a son, right? And I feel that you got to have some empathy for the lady on that level. But also, I think that accountability, and us as black people, we don't want to be held accountable. So all these other bloggers who are saying that Tommy Sotomayor needs his ass kicked, right? Needs his ass kicked for the way that he talked to her. I'm not sure if we should go that far. You know what I'm saying? I think that he gets a little disrespectful, but that's because he was pissed off, right? And I'm pretty sure we all been pissed off. I think that he tried to maintain a professionalism to the interview until she pissed him off. And then I'm just going to fast forward to that part of where me personally, I think he got pissed off, okay?
We're living on the streets.
And that's still his mama, right?
You just said, why is it wrong? And I told you it's hurting your son.
Mother, right?
So it didn't matter. So whatever she does, it just doesn't matter, huh?
No, can it make his mama home? What he went through, is that his mama's fault?
Yes. It is directly her fault.
So you didn't tell me if your mama wanted to date a younger man.
That's one of my friends. She full of shit.
So you would be mad at your mama?
Yes, for dating one of my friends. That bitch should know better. You ain't gonna embarrass me in front of my friends. Why would you do that?
So embarrassed. That's what you more worried about, your mama happiness. You worried more about.
How is she happy when she getting slutted out by one of my friends?
How you just gonna say that woman getting slutted out?
She wasn't married. She didn't marry that boy. They just slept together, and all they did was tell it.
That's what she wanted to do. That's on her. That's her life.
You don't use my friend to do it. Go be a slut with people. Don't use my name.
If it was the waiter at the restaurant.
Don't use my name to get your rocks off. How is that not fair? That boy built his own name. Don't use my name to get your rocks off.
If she wouldn't have had him out her pussy, he wouldn't be here to be mad about her dating no nigga.
Are you kidding me? So you're saying if a woman gives birth, she can do whatever the fuck she wants to her child?
No, I'm not saying that. If your mother want to be happy, let her be happy. That's your mother. You love her.
Be happy and don't use me to do it. Why can't you understand this? It's 7 billion people on earth. You gotta fuck my friends? Are you telling me you that low life of a bitch that you gotta fuck my friends?
I'm sorry. You hate women too, I see. You hate women.
So your response, are you, how old are you, 8? Ma'am, how old are you, 8? When you hear someone talking, you don't listen, then you say you hate women. Why the fuck would it matter if I hate women?
Me on your platform. You getting clout off me on your shit.
Ma'am, you must don't. Either you don't know me.
Why are you discussing me? Why are you discussing my past life? Why are you?
I can discuss what the fuck I want, ma'am. If you're not coming here to have a conversation, then you can leave.
That's how you get money. That's what you do.
Ma'am, I've had money.
You ain't no worse than these other
Ma'am, I've had money. Check my pack. I've had money.
Real journalism.
What's a real journalist?
How?
Okay, what's a real journalist?
How? You're not.
And you're not a real mother.
You're not.
And you're not a real mother. Just like you can judge my journalistic integrity, I can judge your maternalistic integrity. I'm not a real journalist. You're not a real mother. The difference is my journalism hasn't caused anybody to die, but your motherism has caused you to lose 50% of your children.
Don't judging me, baby, out my life.
I ain't judging you. Your kid's judging you. Your kid's spirit is somewhere looking down and seeing what their mother is doing. You had 50% of your children are gone. That's disgusting. I got what? I got what in my basement?
The fact that you're mad.
Ma'am, no one in my family has died from my actions at all.
So they died from ass? That's what you
yes,
said.
ma'am.
Your kids are grown.
Yes, no, ma'am. Ma'am, the one that was in the fire was not grown. The one that was in the fire was not grown. The one that was in the fire, ma'am, was not grown. I'm not Hassan Campbell. I'm not none of them stupid niggas. You talking to an intelligent one.
So we're going to end that right there. We're going to end that video right there because as you can see, it gets a little worse. You know what I'm saying? So I just want you guys to get the gist of how this interview was turning out, right? As you can see, Tommy Sotomayor, he got upset, he got pissed, and he went there. And a lot of people out there in the internet is in the world, not just the internet. A lot of people, bloggers, a lot of just people, a lot of people who listen to the internet are saying, that he was wrong, that like he was all the way wrong for going there. And on some level, I think he was. I think that he should have maintained his professionalism as a journalist. I think he should have maintained that. I think that she took him out his square a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And for him to be so intellectually inclined, I think that he should know better, right? But I think, everybody gets pissed, right? I think she really pissed him off when he said that he wasn't a real journalist. I think that kind of irked him a little bit out of everything else that she said. I think when she said to him that he wasn't a real journalist, and I think that's what kind of ticked him off. But, for her, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to talk down on people or anything like that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? She lost 5 kids in the city of Chicago. Chicago's a rough city, right? I don't know her past. I don't know her story. I haven't walked in her shoes. It's unfortunate that she's lost those many kids, right? And, I've listened to the conversation of her, and I've seen the way that this woman talks. So, does she need to be held accountable? I think so. I think she needs to be held accountable of the way she was raising her children. It said that FBG Duck called himself a demon since the age of 12. And, like I said, we live in those days, man. It's those times, right? I don't know if anybody's spiritual, anybody believes in the Bible, but when you get to calling yourself a savage, you get to calling yourself a demon and stuff like that, I don't adhere to that. I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a demon. I like to think of myself as one of God's children. I'm a human being. I don't want my children to think of themselves as demons and savages, because when you get to think like that, you are what the tongue is a powerful weapon, right? You know what you say. I've been told. You know what I'm saying. Watch what come out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because you can manifest that, right? You calling yourself a demon. Guess what kind of lifestyle you're gonna live? You calling yourself a savage. Guess what kind of lifestyle you're gonna live? You're gonna live a savage lifestyle, right? You know, I don't believe in none of that, right? But like I said, I don't want to judge neither one of these people. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I'm not here to, you know, to. I just thought it was very interesting that, you know, she would call this guy after he played that clip of her on YouTube. Honestly, I heard somebody else say she needs to stay off of YouTube, right? She needs to get some healing. She needs to get some healing, you know, for her children that she lost. For most recently, FBG Duck. And personally, I believe that she's, you know, this is the most recent child that she's lost. And, you know, 5 people have been picked up, have been arrested. Allegedly, the killers have been arrested. So we'll see in the next year or so what kind of justice this woman can get. I hope she gets justice, right? You know, the killing in Chicago is out of hand. I met somebody on my vacation. Actually, I met a guy from Chicago, and he told me he was from Chicago. I told him where I was from. He was like, my city gets a bad rap, you know. He goes, every Democratic city that has a Democratic mayor, they get a bad rap. And to me, it seemed like they don't think from the conversation I had with this brother, he was like it's not bad. It's not that bad. I'm not sure if they're so used to it now that they're numb to it. Like they don't think it's bad. But people like me from the outside, I wouldn't want to raise my kids in Chicago, right? I wouldn't want to do it. Especially, I know there's certain parts of Chicago where you can live and you can be happy and there's no crime, you know, no violence like it is on the South Side, like it is in Inglewood, like it is in a lot of those neighborhoods in the, you know, in those inner city neighborhoods. I know that. But in our neighborhoods where people look like me, the crime is off the chain out there, right? But like I said before, you know, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Do you think that Tommy Sotomayor was disrespectful to the point where, you know, he needs to get his butt kicked behind this? Do you think that he was so disrespectful that, you know, that his channel should be, you know, X'd out because of this? I don't think so. I think that we should hold some accountability for ourselves, us as black people. We need to be accountable. And like I say, even though you live in a city like that, there's still accountability. I'm not just saying, because if it wasn't, you know, what about the other kid that makes it out? What about the other kid that said, no, I'm not going to get in the car, I'm not going to mask up, and I'm not going to go slide on somebody? Go listen to the interview. He gets deep. He gets kind of disrespectful. But you know, a lot of the things I agree with. I'm sorry to say. Am I wrong for agreeing with some of the stuff that Tommy Sotomayor is saying? Let me know in the interview. Am I wrong for, you know, agreeing with some of this stuff? Like I say, we might not like the messenger, but what about the message? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff that he says, I used to listen to this brother a lot in the past. He was really big on YouTube. And a lot of stuff that he said, you know, I agree with. I really don't agree with him the way that he treats black women, though. I don't know if some black woman hurt him back in the day. I really don't know what his problem is when it comes to black women. But like I said before, this is Rowdy Nation TV. I'm glad to be back from vacation. I'm glad to get back in here and try to do some work. And I'm going to try to put out a little bit more content. I hope you guys rock with me. Rowdy Nation TV, click that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We out.